Hey guys, the Will Coca podcast is teamed up with Find the Good. Find the Good is a brand that helps reinforce good habits in both mental health and physical well-being. Use the code WillCoca to receive 10% off your next purchase. And remember, 10% of the profits go to Mental Health America. Welcome everybody to another 5-Minute Friday. This week I celebrated the life of my father. It had been 7 years since he passed. Grief is a Goliath. It's immense, looming, and often arriving without warning. It's not a single emotion, but a battalion of them. Sorrow, confusion, anger, guilt, tenderness, marching in unpredictable waves. Some days it crouches quietly in the corner, barely noticeable. Other days, it rises up, towering, full-bodied, impossible to ignore. The magnitude of grief can feel absurd at times, right? How is it possible with somebody being gone, the rest of the world continues to spin unbothered, life goes on for everyone else. And yet you have to carry this Goliath through your ordinary moments. At the grocery store, in the middle of a work meeting, while you're brushing your teeth. One of the most disorienting parts about grief for me is the lack of its order. There's no map, there's no clear timeline, there's nothing you can use to expect what's to arrive. People talk about stages, right? But in reality, it's a little messier than that. I don't think healing follows a straight line. You think you've turned a corner only to find yourself flat on the ground, sometimes for days, sometimes for weeks. Even years later, like me. And it's not because we're weak. It's because grief reshapes who we are. It finds its residence in our bones. Like I said, it's been 7 years since I lost my father. And it's been some of the hardest years of my life, if not the hardest years of my life. That first year, you have a lot of firsts, right? Your first Christmas, maybe a birthday, Father's Day for me. In that second year, it becomes a little bit more confusing because life does continue and you wonder why you're still feeling this way. The world often expects grief to kind of be neat or maybe even quiet, but grief is wild and stubborn. It doesn't respect your schedule or the comfort of others. It shows up when it wants to, when a song comes on, or a pause after someone says their name, or in your dreams. But the thing is that even though this Goliath is big, it doesn't always win. Some days we do. Some days we get up and we laugh and we remember and we love again. And in so we prove that our hearts, even though we're broken, can stretch, can reshape. Grief never truly leaves, but it does change. I think it becomes less sharp, more woven into our story. You learn to walk with it. Not as an enemy, but as a companion now. It becomes a reminder of how deeply you loved. When my father first passed away, I avoided any thought, any reminder, any thing that would take me back to that feeling. And yeah, it got worse before it got better, but there was a point where I was able to take my grief and see it as just love. And there is a power in that. There's a power in choosing to face that weight of loss, sit with it, honor it, and still choose joy where you can. There is a power in remembering. There's a power in storytelling. There is a power in passing down what matters. You'd be surprised how many people around us are sitting with this grief, are starting their journey through this grief. Our stories are intertwined. Our stories are not that different from each other. Yes, grief is heavy, but love is not small. And it's love that teaches us how to carry what once felt impossible. Thanks for listening, guys. That's been another 5-Minute Friday.